What up, everybody? This is Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, yeah, and we're taking you back to the worlds of what if. What if Captain America had formed the Avengers? Yes, this is totally different, and it's gonna knock you for a loop. So get ready, because, wow, I'm really surprised on this one, true believers. And yes, we start off with Captain America, basic story. He gets the super soldier serum, forms his own team. They become basically the soldier elite. They go through, they win World War II, defeat the Red Skull, and something changed. Basically, there was a lot of racial intolerance. Black people, Jewish people, Mexican people, they were all rounded up in concentration camps, kept as slaves, all this horrible stuff. But now, Submariner sees Captain America and goes to rescue him, but all of a sudden, he's shot in the back by a man in the iron suit, developed by one Tony Stark, and is taken away on a jet plane, a stealth to be exact. And his Namor, Submariner, and Captain America, who lies there, alive, but partially frozen. And we find out that this man is actually Frank Castle, the Punisher. Of course, Captain America wakes up, and Captain America does what Captain America does, and he begins dispatching people left and right. And this goes to the skill of Captain America. I mean, he's able to block, of course, Punisher's beams. He's able to beat people up. He throws that shield like no other person. He frees his ally because they are both members of a team called the Invaders. Basically a superhero team with Union Jack and a bunch of other characters. Very fascinating. Anyways, they kind of find out what's going on. They fill Cap in. Basically, that America's been this racially intolerant place. Captain America's actually wondering exactly what's going on, and these guys actually form a team backing Captain America, and they're following him to the death, and they will avenge their country as the Avengers. But he's looking for someone, a man called Logan, which he worked with back in the day, freeing people from concentration camps. And as soon as Captain America sees Logan, Logan has a bit of a grudge, and he turns into the Wendigo. Yes, in this reality, Wolverine is the Wendigo. Where's the claws? I wonder. But at any rate, they take on the Wendigo, and they find out that basically America has been pretty much destroyed. The ideas have been pretty much destroyed, and that's why Logan vamoosed and basically left America behind. And what happened is they combined Logan's soul with the Wendigo, so he kind of lost his claws and gained a little something else. Sam Wilson is breaking into Professor Pym's house in order to get superpowers, but he finds Pym and Janet killed. Captain America forms an alliance with him and gives him the Pym pills, which allows him to turn into Giant Man. And Punisher has reservations because, of course, he's black, and Punisher was raised in this society. Meanwhile, at the X-Mansion, Magneto stands over corpses. He is taken over for a man that died a long time ago, and finds all of his students dead because they're different. Mutants, unable to be controlled. And Magneto explains that he hates these people. He's hated the Nazis his whole life, but Captain America freed him from the concentration camps. And from this metal, he forms his helmet, and he goes off on his own mission of vengeance. Meanwhile, Captain America decides to hit the main helicarrier, where the so-called leader of this revolution is. And they infiltrate it, and this is where it gets kind of dicey for them. These soldiers are a little different. These soldiers are a little strange, and even with their superpowers, they get a sense of something different. And there they're keeping Thor, Goldilocks himself, contained, and his hammer, Mjolnir. They break Thor out, but these soldiers have powers like Captain America, even stronger. Even though Thor is able to dispatch some of them, they just keep coming and coming. Now, the president is basically under the rule of this leader on the helicarrier, and yes, they fight. They fight with a valiant effort, but these soldiers are strong, fast, and they look familiar, don't they? They look almost like Steve, an exact copy to be exact. And Captain America, he throws his mighty shield, and he's trying to get to the back hangar, trying to find out who exactly is behind this. And he gets to the vault and he finds the scientist, Eccleston, who invented all this. And this is where this man, this broken man, whose dream to bring freedom to America is pretty much destroyed. And he sees a blonde man, an older version of himself, and he sees the eyes of his enemy, the Red Skull. Yes, keep in mind this is 40 years later. What happened is the Red Skull died and his body was transferred into Captain America's body, basically a clone. He took his place, took his squadron, murdered them, and formed his own squad. Then the president fell under his thaw, and this became the racially intolerant America that we know today. Captain America and his enemy do battle. One last fight for the freedom and liberty of America. He beats his enemy, but his men are being worn down. They're tired. They don't know if they have anything left. Captain America comes out and says, "On your feet, soldier," pulls the Punisher up, and they go for one last valiant charge, destroying the helicarrier, but sacrificing themselves. Soldiers sacrificing themselves for freedom, liberty, and an ideal. And this is the Comic Outlaw. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.